So I've received another challenge, and you know what? Yeah, let's go. So I started off like I would really any other game. So I've been asked to do this in 1440, right? So I decided, you know what? Sure, it's pretty easy. And this time I didn't even need to speed the game up. I didn't bother. And so this is all the conquest there is. It's really simple. And the thing is, the only difference really with the modern day scenario and the 1440 scenario in this game is difference in mainly population. Not just actually no, not population. The amount of factories the country has. That's mainly the difference. Other than that, there isn't much. And so the difference in factories can have an effect on your say income maybe. But in this game, income is mostly based on taxation. Anyways, I decide, you know what, my first province that I need to take was from Saxony, and so I decide to invade them. And I got Hesse. I don't know how to pronounce that. I still don't know how to pronounce that place. But I get them to join in on the invasion, and I'm quickly able to take the capital relatively easily, as they're distracted on both sides. And just like that, I take all the territory I really need. And I decided to take both provinces. You know what? Because why not? And then what I did was, since I want to keep this as close to the real borders, I decided to just release a random nation, and Lysatia was right here, so I just released them in a different place. Again, a buffer state, I guess. That's the only reason. Next up, I decided to invade Poland. Now, you might think, oh, an obvious choice would have been Silesia, which is right there, and they're already my puppets, so I mean, I can see the amount of people they have. But the reason I decided to attack Poland was because they have a very small border, just one province border, and so I don't have to worry about a massive front line. And so what I did was I got Lithuania to declare war on Poland, and I knew that war was going to occupy them for a while. And then I declare war and essentially sneak in from behind, behind them, teleports behind you, like yeah, and just take a couple provinces. Of course, I just they don't accept the peace deal initially, and then I just take some more territory, and then Lithuania has practically taken their territory, and so I just take two states. Done. They leave me alone. And so after that, I prepare for an invasion of Silesia. So I start surrounding the lands, and by this point, I'm just like, you know what, I gotta wait. And the thing is, once again, the lack of factories kind of annoys me here because look, I mean, if you look at the amount of money I'm getting per turn, it's kind of annoying because I'm just getting like 1,000, 400, 500. And so right here, Denmark declares war on me. I'm like, you know what? I can't deal with this. I don't want to deal with this. So I just get Sweden to invade them. That's gonna occupy them perpetually, I guess. And so I decide, you know what? I have enough money, and I raised a couple thousand people to invade Silesia. I can see their forces anyways, so really, just it's pretty small. Again, they're already a vassal state. They start off as a vassal state of Bohemia, and so they're already not as they're not. You can't exactly say they're powerful, man. They're a vassal state, and so yeah, they need to like time, I guess, to grow powerful. And so just like that, I conquered them very quickly. Overwhelming force is the way to do it in this game, and the game lets me annex them completely. So, convenience. And I started preparing for a war with Austria for some reason. Don't ask why. But I moved them to Austria because in my mind while I was doing this, I kept thinking that like, oh, I have to invade Austria soon, like right after this. I kept thinking I have territory there, but no, I later realized I later realized just now that I didn't have territory, so I make the change and I move the troops. And once again, I have to annoyingly grind money. I try to make peace with Denmark, but they're just like, even though they're in a war with Sweden and they're like thousands of people are probably dying, they're hell bent on keeping the war. And so here I start thinking about my future invasion of Hungary, right? What I need to prepare. And so what I did was I got the Byzantine Empire, which was kind of replaced the Ottoman Empire, funny enough, to declare war on Wallachia. And I tried to get rid of Wallachia so that Byzantines would have a border, but as you can see, to my astonishment, it kind of backfired. And then Poland starts invading Hungary, which is kind of weird since Poland and Hungary are pretty close countries. But other than that, Poland invades Hungary, right? And this kind of throws my plan off because now they're taking territory in what needs to be my territory. And so what I did, and when I realized Hungary was also invading into Poland, I got Lithuania to declare war on Hungary, and that way they'd prevent Poland from collapsing because they'd take territory, and then that territory is immediately returned to Poland. So I let that slog out for a while, and then realizing that I had 100,000 coins, I decided to raise the maximum amount of troops that I could, or not maximum, but the troops that I needed. And I realized also the Hungarians were still distracted over in Poland, and with Poland and Lithuania, they were having their little fun time. And I decided to advance, really. All I needed, though, was Slovakian territory, well, modern day Slovakian territory in this case, the modern day borders of Slovakia. And so it's really not that hard. It really wasn't. I just quickly waltzed in. Again, exploiting foreign conflicts is probably the easiest way to do it in this game. It really is. It's just the AI can't fight back. I try to take a peace deal and take the territory I need because I'm like, why conquer more? But the game doesn't let me, and I'm only like a few stars short, and so I send my troops to invade around, and I think about this time I check again. When I check again, it's not enough. I needed 23, just one star behind. I take that last province, and just like that, I basically take all the territory I needed. Now, here's where I ran into a problem. I checked, right, Moravia. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna form it, and then I realize, no, I'm still at war with Denmark. But that problem solves itself pretty quickly because they were tired as well. And then I check, and it says Moravia doesn't exist. Now, I'm confused because I was pretty sure Moravia didn't exist before. And then I look, right, and like I think, oh wow, it's these guys, the Lusatia that I released. Maybe they're like it's a glitch or something. So I got Brandenburg to declare war on them and take them over, but no, Moravia still didn't form. Like I couldn't form it because apparently Moravia existed. So yeah, this left me in confusion. So I'm not sure what's going on. It keeps saying I can't form Moravia because it apparently already exists. But when I checked the ranking, I changed this mode to the alphabetical, so I was able to find it. It's saying it exists, but it's 0. So it exists, but it doesn't exist at the same time. So not sure I can properly complete this formation, but hey, I guess I got all the territory, so you know what? It still counts.